therapist.
Where we dive deep into the world of intimate relationships and explore topics related to sex, sexuality, communication, and personal growth. Join us as we navigate through the complexities of human intimacy and provide insights, real experiences, advice, and expert interviews.
Whether you're seeking guidance or simply curious about the fascinating realm of sex, our podcast offers a safe and non-judgmental space for exploration and education.
Tune in and let's embark on a journey towards a healthier, fun, and more fulfilling sexual life.
What up, everybody? Thanks for joining us this evening for our next episode of Unofficial Look, I can't even talk tonight. Unofficial Sexual Podcast. I'm your host, Tiffany Campbell, and tonight we're going to get into a little bit something different tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about love and love languages. So let me ask you a question. For most of you, are you familiar with the 5 love languages that we have? It was actually something that was put out by Gary Chapman many, many years ago. He actually put out a book about the 5 love languages. And we're going to kind of talk about that as it relates to intimacy and relationships. So get ready, because it's going to be something very knowledgeable and also entertaining as well. I did put on my page this evening concerning, or yesterday actually, asking you guys to take the quiz and to find out what your actual love language is. Because one of the things that I've learned just in relationships and doing research, you get into a relationship with somebody, you meet them for the first time, you're getting to know them. I'm one of the type of people that like to find out a person's birthday, like find out, hey, when were you born? When was your birthday? I'm trying to, I started research. Okay, what's your sign?
Yeah. Are we compatible?
That
typical woman, boy, I tell you.
So I do my homework, and so one of the things too that I discovered is that every individual person has their own love language. We don't all love the same way. We don't all communicate love the same way. We interpret love differently. Just a person telling you, hey, I love you is not necessarily enough. I mean, it has to be, something more. Like, how are you communicating that love that you love me?
Yeah.
And so the 5 love languages is something that helps each one of us and should help each one of us to identify how we like to, how we resonate with love is, how we communicate, how we want to be loved, and how we, should be loving other people based off of their love language.
Right.
So, I definitely implore you, if you have not taken that quiz, you can find it on the website. It's called 5 lovelanguages.com. So if you haven't taken it, you can take it tonight while we're talking tonight. You got a whole hour.
Yeah.
And then come back in the comments and let me know which you identify, which one of the love languages you identify. There are 5. So we're going to talk about each one of them and what they all mean and what types of things that you can do as far as helping to build that intimacy between you and your significant other.
Right.
Is that cool?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm on board.
So have you heard about the 5 love languages?
Yes. Again, I do podcasting all day, every day. So of course we have a lot of shows that come in and they talk about the love languages. Do you really believe that all 5 are true?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And not just within myself. I know that because I've taken it multiple times, my love language changes depending on where I am in life.
Okay.
And it can, because depending on what age you are, your maturity level in life, you could go from one to the next.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, and I've definitely taken it twice, and I've been surprised at the fact that it has changed.
Wow.
So look, let me stop real quick. Let me introduce to you my special guest tonight, Kay Nice.
Yeah, Nice. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
You want to tell folks a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Yeah, Nice. GMT Broadcasting Company LLC. That's what we do. All day, every day. This how we put you on there.
He's my right hand. Like when I come in, he have everything already set up for me. All I got to do is show up and get to work.
Yeah, and I appreciate you letting me come on with you tonight, because I know you can handle things by yourself.
Not all the time. Like I just fumbled my doggone ball this today. But yeah, so we're gonna get into it and talk about a little bit about this love language. And guys, don't think this is cheesy, because when I brought it up to him, he was like, "Hey, I already know what
Man, I'm gonna
love
tell you
with 5
something.
love languages is."
I'm gonna tell you something. It's not cheesy. If we'll probably say as men, we'll probably say, I ain't tripping. It is what it is. Men can say whatever, but you know, we listen. You know what I'm saying? And it's good that we supposed to listen to your whatever your love languages is. Because if I'm with you, I damn sure want to know how to please you. I damn sure want to know what make you happy. You know what I'm saying? I damn sure want to know how to love you. You know
right,
what I'm saying?
and then vice versa. You would want her to know
the same thing.
You know,
Yeah.
so that's why I say it's good for both. You know, if you have a partner, somebody that you're seeing,
Yeah.
you know, and they, you know, reluctant, just say, hey, can you just do me a favor and take this quiz?
Yeah.
And, you know,
taking the quiz part and all that. I mean, that's cool. I do it if I'm with you and you ask me to do it, then I probably
do together.
Yeah, I probably take it then, just so we could be on the same page. I know your love, but just be going to the phone and I'm finna go take the quiz. Nah.
You would do it if you were in a relationship or seeing somebody that asked you to do it.
Yeah, if you ask me to do it just because you asked me to do it, I'll be like, yeah, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean,
I ain't tripping.
I just feel that, you know, as individuals, we should understand how we want to be loved. Yeah. And this stems back from us being kids, you know, when we were being raised, you know, our parents raised us a certain way. They showed their love in different ways, right? Yeah. You have some parents that their love language was, you know, buying gifts, you know, for their kids.
Right.
You know, that's the way that they express love. Some parents, you know, they were more affectionate. They were, you know, touchy-feely. They, you know, they always gave their kids hugs all the time and, you know, showed a lot of physical affection versus the gift giving. Yeah. And you have some parents that were more verbally, you know, always aspiring, hey, you know, you did good today, you know, congratulations on your test, congratulations on this and the third. And so they were used to receiving that verbal. And so as you grow up to be an adult, that's the love language that you were used to receiving. So oftentimes, as you know, once we get to become adults, sometimes we keep those love languages that we were taught as we grew up. And then sometimes we end up changing and navigate into a different love language that we communicate with or that we resonate with, that we want to receive from whoever it is that we get into a relationship with. Yeah. Let me see here. We got, hey, Robert. Yeah. What's going on? Hey, Just Me. Just Me said, would it be correct to say that different people bring out different love languages and that everyone possesses all the love languages? Okay, so yes, everyone can possess they identify with all love languages. Doesn't necessarily mean that all of them are going to be primary. You may have one particular if you take the quiz, you'll find out that you resonate more so, or you'll lean towards more of one love language more than all the others. And then oftentimes you may have a tie between the two. Like I've gone back and forth between and we'll get into each one of them, but words of affirmation, and also quality time. Those are like my top two, and I've kind of gone back and forth between both of them. And at one point in time in life, and my daughter had to recognize this for me, and she told me that I was, you know, like giving gifts and stuff. Oh yeah. Because at that particular time in my life, I was more so, you know, my kids were home. Yeah. And so I was always used to doing stuff for them. Right. And so I could see how that resonated with me then, because every time I would go somewhere, if I was going shopping for me, I was always buying for my kids, always buying for someone else. Right. But now since it's just me, I don't necessarily have to do that anymore. Right. I can focus just on myself. And so that's why I was saying it changed for me. So, and then, hey, Jose, he said, if someone like me, we don't take a quiz. He said, if someone like me, we don't take a quiz. We OGs. I still do my things old school, and they still working.
Well, if that worked for you, you know, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know I've been married for 27 years, and we've done a love language. At some point in our relationship, where I had to figure out, like, what's her love language, you know what I'm saying? She had to figure out what's mine. Was the younger me, hell, and I wouldn't none of that. But I mean, you know, if that's what it calls if it calls to take a test to see what my love language is, to keep our things steady, then that's what I'm gonna do. I ain't tripping.
Yeah, I would
That don't make me less of a man. It don't make me more of a man. It just make me. I just took a quiz. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
yeah, that's just me. So
right. And it's like I said, if whatever works for you works for you. I mean, all I'm trying to do is say that, one of the challenges I think that people face in relationships is that they have their own love language, and they portray their love language onto someone else, expecting that they will reciprocate or receive that, when in actuality they may have a different love language than what you're actually giving. And so oftentimes that can create difficulties in communicating, and you wonder why your mate is frustrated, or you may have done something, they was like, okay, I wasn't interested in that, I was interested in you doing something for me, meaning that taking something off my hands, or I needed some help around the house. And that's could be a part of the love language that they wanted, but you actually went and bought them a gift, and they're like, I really didn't need that, I really wanted you to help me around the house. Well, that's two different ways of communicating love languages, right? Just me says, since you have been married for such a long time, do you think you have exhibited all the love languages?
Exhibited. Do I guess that's mean, do I show them? Have I shown them? Or do I have all the love languages? I don't know exactly.
Well, so I think she said you should be acceptable to someone that will not grant you your own. So should you be acceptable to someone that will not grant you your own love language? How would you fix that or turn it around?
So let me say this here. What work in my marriage may not work in yours. So if I give you some information and you run with that information, that's why you do the test.
Yes.
That's why you do the test, because I could tell you, hey, I exhibited all the love languages, and it still didn't work. You understand what I'm saying? You feel me? My whole thing is you have to know who you with. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, I think another key factor is that we as individuals need to know what our love languages is, because that's the only way that we can communicate that with the person that we're with.
I'm gonna be honest with you. My thing is I words of affirmation. The gifts is cool if you buy them. If you buying them, true, I'm gonna take them. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna pause you right there, because I want to go through them all, so that way, just in case for people that don't know what the 5 of them, what the 5 love languages are. And if you're on the chat and on live, take 5 minutes and take the quiz real quick. It's number 5 lovelanguages.com. Go take it while we're on the live, and then come back and let me know which yours. I'm curious to know, just me. And so sassy Riri, she said most of the times we do have different love languages, and it's important for us to understand each others in order to have a happy relationship. Yes, 100%. I totally agree. So let's go over the 5. We have words of affirmation. We have quality time. We have receiving gifts. We have acts of service, and we have physical touch. Right. So let's start. We're gonna start off with words of affirmation, right? Because that's a big one. I think words of affirmation. What I found is that, especially now that we're in the whole social media realm, words of affirmation has probably become one of the biggest. And it's not just so much from a love language perspective, but hearing, people post, they want the kudos, they want especially if they're not getting it at home. They want, to feel congratulated. I post stuff, and it's not so much for likes or anything, but when we make accomplishments and stuff, we want, we want to feel, appreciated.
But see, words of affirmation could be this here too. Like, we get up in the morning, and I know you got you finna go to work, and it's maybe a promotion that you're trying to get. I can me getting up and just saying, you got this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Giving that vote of confidence.
Yeah, just giving you that boost. You know what I'm saying?
Making you feel like, hey, what, I ain't got nothing to worry about when I get there.
You got this.
You going from going on my interview.
You can just texting you when hey, when I think you made it. Hey, I know you got this. Good luck. Pray about it or whatever.
It could be a simple, hey, wishing somebody to have a good day. I know you're gonna have a good day today. Those are, people. A lot of people look forward to that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The way things are now, I think we all just need that.
Yeah.
I think the way things are now, I mean, everything is going on and everything is moving so fast. You know what
People
I'm
are
saying?
dying every day.
You feel me? So it's like
We all need it.
I got to get up and I get on my phone every morning and I go to give me some kind of motivational speaking to encourage myself. You know what I'm saying? To encourage myself. The lady said something about having a happy relationship. Me being married again for so long, I'm understanding that you shouldn't get married. You shouldn't expect the person that you're married to make you happy.
You should already be
you
happy.
Find happiness within
Right.
yourself. So the love language, and that's cool, but finding happiness within yourself is key.
Right.
You don't rely on nobody else for your happiness.
Right. And
that whatever they bring to the table should be gravy on top.
Right. And part of understanding the 5 love languages, which is something I was going to get into towards the end of the show,
right,
is to say that you should be fulfilling your own love languages first, before you can expect somebody else to fulfill
exactly.
them. So
pour into you first.
Yes, pour into yourself, and making sure that, if it's words of affirmation is for you, if that's one of your main ones, then making sure that you're giving yourself words of affirmation and you're talking to yourself and that way you're not necessarily having to rely on your mate.
That's a big word when you hey, that's a small word, but I'm gonna tell you something. That's one of the biggest mistakes that we make in relations is we rely on our partners. That's the biggest mistake. First of all, you're putting too much responsibility. You're putting too much responsibility on the other person, and then you just relying on the person. And when that person don't come through, guess what? Boy, you the saddest person in the world.
Yeah.
When you could have got up and said, you know what, I'm strong. I'm this. I'm that. I'm a great leader. And you pouring into yourself first.
Do it for yourself first, and then and then oftentimes when you do it for yourself, it's going to come easier from your mate and from other people because that's the energy that you're putting out, right?
Right.
If you're putting that energy out that, hey, I know that I know that I got my shit together. I know that I'm going to excel and I'm going to succeed and whatever it is that I'm doing. Oftentimes when your mate, you're putting that energy out, that mate is gonna be like, well, damn. He hyped, he pumped. They can't do nothing but jump. They can't do nothing but jump on board. They fall in line with whatever it is that you're putting out. And versus having to rely on them to pour into you constantly.
Right. And I say all what I'm saying because I made the mistakes. I made the mistakes. You understand? I was relying on them. Man, I'm telling you, like I got to a point where I was like I'm relying on you for build me up to, you know what I'm saying? But what happened was the gift giving and all of that came that you was doing for me. So then it got to a point to where I was like, okay, well, shoot, you got it. You know what I'm saying? And I got relaxed in that. You feel me?
But was that your love language though? Or was it
the gift giving? Nah, I'm words of confirmation. I like quality time. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like being with a female, touching her. And I like all of that. But I got so used to her love language was giving. You know what I'm saying? So I got so used to that I just was like, shoot, well, you got it. You know what I'm saying? You gonna take care of what instead of like knowing that I need to do for myself. You know what I'm saying? I got spoiled.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I got spoiled. And now I realize.
But I guess where I'm going without asking is that because you knew that necessarily wasn't your love language.
I didn't know.
That was her love. That may have been her love language, but she was portraying on you.
Yeah.
But you didn't know to be able to communicate and say, hey, I would rather you do this.
But I didn't know. That's when we took the test. Because I did that.
Okay.
When we took the test, and I figured because I like I said, I like old buddy said, I was old school. I haven't been look, we here, we finna be in a relationship, we good. But when I took the test, I found out when I was real with myself, I had to be honest with myself.
And it's some level of vulnerability too. You have to be vulnerable.
So I like the us, being quality time, and I like words of confirmation because I feel like if you tell me something, words to me mean everything. Right. If you tell me something, stick to your word. And if you can't do it, tell me you can't do it. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna take your word for it. But again, her love language is giving. And so I got caught up in that and got comfortable in that. You understand what I'm saying?
No, was this with your wife?
Yeah, of
And
course.
so did y'all end up shifting? Did she end up kind of shifting the whole gift?
It's not she shifts. It's not that she shifts because that's natural for her.
Okay.
That's natural. It's me checking myself. You understand what I'm saying? Me saying don't get caught up you still gotta go and you still gotta do for yourself. You understand what I'm saying? You feel me? And when I say do for myself, you still gotta love yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about really just like.
But how do you do that when you talk about quality time? Because you already.
I gotta learn how to spend time with myself.
So you did that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now, I go home, I turn off everything and sit with myself.
Okay.
I give 30 minutes to an hour to myself just to sit with me and look at the day and say, okay, good job, Kay, with this. Maybe you need to improve on this. You know what I'm saying? I just sit in the dark, like for real.
Wow.
And then I come out and I'm good. But I wasn't just like that. You know, if I would have said this, somebody would have told me this 10 years ago, I'd be like, that's down. But for me.
And how long you been married?
27 years. I've been with my wife for 27 years.
Wow, that's commendable because marriages don't last that long.
Man, look, and you know, to be transparent, you know, you go through it. It's love languages is cool, but still, all that on the table, you still go through it. You understand what I'm saying? You, regardless of whether you know the love language or you don't know the love language, you still go through it. You know, so it's really, really when you start learning yourself and start, like you say, take the test, learn how you are. When you start learning you start becoming a better you, and then you could be better for whatever situation is laid out in front of you.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it all starts with you. And I ain't trying to, you know, like really preach it. Nothing. It's just I'm learning that everything starts with you.
Right.
Learn your love languages. Since we talking about them, you know what I'm saying? Love what you, and then, you know, get out here and then you know what you're looking for.
So on words of affirmation, some of the suggestions or recommendations is providing that person with, you know, words of encouragement.
Right.
You know, compliments, making sure that you know, if that's their love language, you know, giving them compliments, giving them words of encouragement, you know, making sure you're recognizing when they're talking to you if it's anything that you can be able to reassure them about. Just me say it's about supply and demand.
Hey, that's what floats your boat.
Yeah. And you know, and also too, people appreciate that. They appreciate praises. You know, like I said, I'm words of affirmation too. You know, and it's not that I need it all the time, but you know, when you out there working and you grinding and stuff, sometimes it's just good to hear that. You know, that hey, you know, good job, but you know, you doing this, and it puts that fire in you to keep going. It puts that fire,
give it gas. It gives you that gas.
Like, hey, I must be doing something right. Somebody recognizing it, so it gives you that. It gives you that motivation to continue to keep doing what you're doing.
So what about physical touch? And it's not to be funny with you, but what about physical touch? You
and I'm a touchy.
It got to be the right person, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like, you know, with my kids and my family, of course. You know, I'm a hugger.
Right.
You know, so physical touch comes in there, and I'll hug a stranger. Right. You know, if I feel that energy.
Right.
You know, like when I meet people for the first time, sometimes you can sense when people need a hug.
Right.
And so, yeah, so I know you know, it's not necessarily like on the top of my list, but I do identify with people that put that energy out where they, you know, where I feel like, you know, I want to give them a hug.
Right.
And I, you know, and they resonate with it, you know, and especially if I see them, you know, hugging, you know, touching on someone else, you know, I'll reciprocate that because I picked up on it. And that's one of the things too, is that, you know, when people are actually paying attention to folks, you know, I've dated guys where from just in conversation, they were able to pick up my love language without me even having to tell them.
Right.
And it surprised the hell out of me because I was like,
but see, that's because they paying attention. It's
right.
Like they paying attention, you know.
Yeah.
And so that it ain't nothing. It to me, for a woman to pay attention and get that deep into you, man, that's cool.
Yeah, it is.
I like that.
Yeah, it only becomes a problem when it's not reciprocated.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when they're not, you're paying attention to them, and they're not necessarily paying attention to you.
Yeah.
To understand that, and you're like steady trying to communicate that, but
Yeah.
they're not picking up on it. That's what you need.
Yeah. And then a lot of times you don't see, because a lot of times people think when you say that's what I need, they'll think that you need it all the time.
No,
it's just that I need it in that moment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right now I might be just mentally going through something.
Right. Because I'm going back to what I originally said, love is just not enough.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just tell somebody, hey, I'm digging you.
Yeah.
Or I'm into you.
Yeah.
But how are you showing me that? You know, how are you showing me that you're into me? Are you sending me words of affirmation? Are you giving me physical touch? Are you spending quality time with me?
Right.
So if you're not doing any of those things, then you telling me, you know, you digging me, and that don't mean nothing, because you're not even doing none of the 5 languages.
Right. Yeah, you just telling me you dig me.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. She say, this make me a freak. Do that make me a freak?
She
or
said,
maybe I'm just horny. Hey.
She said, love is quality. She said, okay, love is quality time and touch. That make me a freak. Maybe I'm just, girl, you just want to talk about some freaky shit.
Hey. Hey.
But I mean, true enough. I mean, it.
The touch part could just lead to all the extra. That's cool.
Well, it just go to show that you that whoever it is that you're with, you know, and I think I think you said that you were in a relationship before, but that you enjoy spending quality time with whoever the person that you're with. And if it's somebody that you're really into, of course it's gonna make you horny if y'all touching each other all the damn time. Sure. Shit.
Man, you could just be sitting next to a person and look here.
Like you get turned on by look. You remember when you was on the show and you was up there smelling on what's his name, and you got all turned on?
Oh, that was her?
Yeah, that's her. That's her. She got turned on from his sense of smell. Like, ooh, the cologne he was wearing. She got,
it was something he had said.
Huh?
It was something he had said too.
Oh, yeah, see.
Yeah. Hey. That's what
so Damon said love is a verb, action word.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But it is an action word, but there's sometimes there should be some action behind it, as well.
So what kind of action you think should come behind love?
Yeah, Damon, what actions you think should come behind, since you say love is a verb and is an action word? What do you think? What action should come behind it?
Yeah.
Just Me says, I feel like all women give ourselves words of affirmation when we put on our clothes and get dressed, from my hair to perfume every day.
Could be.
Yeah.
I ain't no woman, so
yeah, well, I would say yes and no. We do things out of habit. So we know we got to get up and get dressed and go to work every day, or we're going somewhere. It's quite natural out of habit that we're gonna get dressed, put our makeup on, and do our hair, because we know that that's what we have to do in order to be able to get out and go and do whatever we need to do. Whether or not a person can get up and get dressed and be looking beautiful and feel something missing on the inside, and not feel, and not necessarily have gotten. They may not have self-love.
Yeah.
And they may not feel confident, but they get up and they put their makeup on and put their hair on and do everything else. And from the outside, when someone sees them, you think they got it all together, but inside they may not.
They just burn up.
Right. Yeah. So it's not. I wouldn't necessarily agree with that completely. Although it should be that way. When we look in the mirror every day, we should be giving ourselves words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Before we start our day.
So does anybody that's on the live, do y'all know what y'all love languages are? If you do, let us know.
Yeah. So we can deep dive into them.
Yeah, absolutely. Some people do.
Play absolutely, because some people do them just to pacify you, to get what they need or what they want. So that's a good, I mean, because essentially, So
you think people can learn your love language and then just play on it?
I mean, use it for as far as a form of manipulation.
Yeah,
but that goes with everything. I mean, and I think that after a while, you'll be able to tell whether or not if they really mean it or not.
Yeah,
Because it's gonna play out.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be able to keep it up. Anything that's done out of manipulation is not the person is not gonna be able to keep that up for a long period of time. And
Yes,
if you're
the
smart enough,
snuggle
you'll be able to tell when out there being genuine.
She say yes, the snuggle buddy.
Who's that? Who's a snuggle buddy?
That's crazy. You just can't tell someone.
Right, Damon. I think you must have joined in a little bit late because I did already say that.
Yeah.
I said that that you can't just tell a person that you love. You have to show them by your actions.
So let me.
Yeah.
Ask
So
you,
you came in late. I'd already said that.
So let me ask you. So if I'm not, if we meet and I'm not like touching you the way you want to be touched or whatever, and you tell me and I tell you, okay, well, that's just something I gotta work on. Do you flee or do you say, okay, well, let's work on it. Let's work on it together.
Oh yeah, you can definitely work on it. I mean, because like I said, it's a learning process. I mean, it's still especially when you're just meeting somebody,
right,
and you're getting to know them. They, hopefully you've already established some level of compatibility,
right,
and some level of chemistry between you and that person,
right.
And that's just something minor that they have to
right.
That's so you definitely want to make sure that it's not just that,
right.
If that's the only thing that and everything else is they checking all the boxes on all the other stuff, and they just you're letting them know what your love language is, and and they may have to make a little bit of change.
Right.
That's, to me, that's not a real big issue.
Yeah.
And I think that can definitely happen over time. So I wouldn't necessarily flee behind that. I think what would be wrong is if you are dealing with somebody for months after months and they already know, but they're not necessarily giving you, y'all are not necessarily communicating the way you should as far as your love language is concerned, then that definitely would raise a red flag for me.
So let me ask you this. So if we met, how long and you want to take the test, right? You would want to take the test with somebody who you start digging.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this. So how long do you think it should be before you say, okay, let's just take a love language test?
We can take it ASAP.
Like when you first meet them?
I mean, if we've been talking for like a few days, within a week.
Within a week?
We take because it's not so much just about love. It's, even though it's called love language, it's not just strictly about love. It's really just strictly it's more also about how you want a person to be able to communicate with you. Just
I ain't gonna lie. If you ask me within a week, yeah, I'll probably put them running shoes on and be gone.
Well, because so here's the thing. If you enjoy spending time with, if you're a quality time person,
yeah,
and you meet somebody, and would you gonna wait 2-3 months down the line and say, hey, let's take this test, and all along they're not giving you no quality time, they're not giving you no words of affection, none of that. We're just gonna coast, or you just because to me at that particular point, if they're not giving you any of those, then I think that would be an issue for me. They would have to be showing something.
And within a week?
No. Of course, because you ain't gonna be able to discover what not.
Yeah, that's why I was saying.
You're not, but
that's why I say if you told me a week.
I know, but if I'm telling if I'm asking the person what their sign is, like when is your birthday, and I'm looking up, because I've had guys ask me within a week or two, like, when is your birthday?
Yeah.
So they're already trying to figure me out.
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
For sure. I mean,
because they're already researching. They're already researching what is it about? What is it about an Aries? So they're looking up Aries, and figuring out what my qualities are and what
I guess with me, I guess I just how I am. I'm gonna just watch you. Like, I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna listen to your conversation. I'm gonna listen to what you're talking about.
Listen.
Yeah, and I get it. I get it. I'm saying for me, I'm gonna listen to your conversation, and I'm gonna just kind of like watch how you move maybe the first 2 weeks, or just I'm gonna listen to what okay, she kind of got upset when I asked her that. Okay, so we know not to. Okay, let me handle. How can I handle that situation? Okay, she calling me at 2:00 in the morning. That means she probably like kind of possessive a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out. No, I'm just saying.
So women call you at 2:00 in the morning.
I not saying it like it depends on if we talking like that. But if you call me 2:00 in the morning and it ain't on no like you finna come through, you just where you at? What you doing?
Well, that's different. They checking. They
that's what I'm saying. They checking to see. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it ain't on no like, man, I just made.
So you're trying to get past the other red flags first before you dive into something.
It's not even much trying to get rid. I'm just being honest with you. I'm gonna just listen to you, and I'm gonna just watch how you moving. And
but you're really trying to see whether or not if there are any red flags. Technically,
yeah.
Because that would be one of them.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. If I called you met me 2 days ago, and I called you at 2:00 in the morning, just say, "What you doing? Where you been?"
And I ain't talked to you all day.
You probably gonna be like, "Damn,
because if I ain't talked to you all day and you call me at 2:00 in the morning, I'm gonna be like, "Damn, man, you had all day to call me. You called me at 2:00 in the goddamn morning. What the fuck you been doing all day?"
And then ask you where you at.
Yeah, no, yeah, that would rub me. But they would get cussed out. I wouldn't. I probably.
But you got some people that'll do that.
Yeah, no. If you haven't communicated or text me throughout the day or check to see how my day was, and all of a sudden I'm hearing from you at 2:00 when you just getting there from the club.
Yeah.
Nah, that would be like, you'd have to get checked at that point.
You feel me?
Because my thing is that if you're interested in someone, you got 24 hours in a day, and typically, even if you got a job or not, you gotta go take a shit, you gotta go piss, you gotta go eat.
Yeah.
At some point in time, if you can't, text me or pick up a phone and say hi, hello, or hey, how's your day or whatever during the course of the day, and you wait until that time of night to hit me up, yeah. And then plus then you sound like you half-ass drunk.
Ain't no much lie. I just think for me, like learning your love language the first week, that's just too much for me.
Yeah, I mean, so it just to me, I think it would just depends on how into that person I am. Like if we really clicking,
I might ask you your birthday, but
if we really clicking and I'm really curious, and a lot of times it just be out of curiosity. It's not so much.
You just want to know everything.
I'm just one of people that want to. Yeah, I'm nosy. I just want.
I already trust me. Trust me. Want to know everything. I got all the information. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, but I mean, the love language thing is it's really I think that it should be had at some point. So you can understand your mate, so you can understand who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
And then it's some things that's deeper too. What I was telling you earlier, some things that's deeper, but the love language thing, I think that's a start.
Yeah, I know that. Like for me, like quality time is important to me.
Yeah.
Even though I don't always have a lot of quality time.
Okay, so let me ask you this: when you say quality time, because some people get quality time, they might think that quality time might be taking you out to a restaurant. And whining and dining. So what is quality time?
No, quality time is we could be at home.
Could it be on the phone? Could quality time be on the phone as far as us sitting on the phone?
No.
Okay.
No, and so the reason, right, because some people will feel like as long as they sitting on the phone with you or texting you, that's enough. Like you don't have to see them. No, I need some face to face because I'm one of them type of people that I need to be able to lay eyes on you,
right,
to see whether or not if I'm really getting your attention.
The energy you want to feel that.
I want to feel that energy, and
gotcha.
And it has to be uninterrupted because sometimes you could be on the phone with somebody and they calling you and you think you may be getting some quality time on the phone, and then 2 minutes later, let me call you back.
Yeah, for sure.
Now I'm got all excited and stuff, like getting ready to think I'm finna have a full conversation with you, and you don't rush me off the phone to go do something else.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't care for if you're traveling or if I'm on the road or whatever, and that's the only time that we can get. But if we live in the same city and
we got to make that time,
right? I'm not gonna go a whole week without seeing you, but you got time to call me on the phone, but you ain't got time to see me. You know, even if we got to go meet up, you know, at a gas station, you know, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, what it has to be a level of priority.
Right. Got to make you we got to make some time for you.
Yeah. Yes.
I ain't mad at you for that. Trust me, I'm not mad at you for that.
So Danielle says all 5 of them are my love language, depending on how we are together. So did you take the test, Danielle? I wanted to know what was your top, because I know you're not equally the same on all across all 5. You ain't that damn special. No, I'm just kidding. Did you take the test recently? I want to know what your top one was. And she said some guys are trying to rush to it. They are not trying to know you in an intimate nor a connected way.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, everything's so fast paced now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like everything is just fast paced. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would probably be lost if I was out here trying to get online and all that. I would be lost. But I guess that's why I'm the way that I am.
So see, hers is like mine.
Quality
time and words of affirmation. Those are my top 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's. Yeah.
Yep. That's interesting. I would imagine that that's probably most. I don't want to say most women. I hate to, categorize it most women, but I would probably categorize it. Most women are probably words of affirmation and quality time.
But I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm gonna keep it 100 done. The fellas can be mad at me. I don't care. Words of affirmation. A nigga need to hear. A nigga need to hear from his woman that he good with her. I'm telling you, like I'm saying that for the women. You need to tell your man that, hey, we good. I'm telling you that he might not say it, but shit, we be needing that shit. Cause man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. When we go out them doors and we gotta go do whatever it is that we do, last thing we want to come home and hear what we ain't. That's the last thing we want to do is hear what we ain't. You feel me? And any fella on here that ain't agreeing with me on that, man, it's an issue. There's something wrong with you. Cause when I walk through the door on the cool, I want, man, what's up, baby? You sweated, so that means you've been getting it. Okay, shit.
Yeah, let me go run your bath water.
You feel me?
You
feel me? Yeah. Nigga need to hear that shit.
Have your drink ready and stuff.
You feel me? And even if you don't, just you telling me.
Yeah.
Hey, shit. You shoot. I just want to tell you I love you. I appreciate you for getting out there, getting it today. Do you know that man finna go lay down, or if he finna put it on you, you done took a little stress off of him. You feel me? So he gonna put it down for real. Trust that.
Just me says, if you're paying attention, people don't have to tell you their love language comes with maturity relationship.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, sit there and be quiet. We'll see how long that. We'll see how long. Now you might have somebody.
It's the paying attention part, because keep in mind, you may have people that are talking to multiple people. They may not just be talking to you.
Yeah.
They may be talking to somebody else too.
Yeah.
Don't think that just because they only talking to you, or they may only be communicating with you, they're not going to process that. They're not going to necessarily be sitting up there paying that close attention unless you are the only person that they are dealing with, and they're the type of person that's going to remember. Because I've had experience where I could be on the phone talking to somebody and we done had a whole conversation, and then they come back and ask me the same goddamn question, and I'd be like, I already told you, so they let me know that they're not paying attention.
Yeah.
And it could be something small, it could be something simple, but if I hear a person come back and we done circle back over the 2 or 3 different conversations where I've communicated with them about something, that lets me know that they're just on the phone just bumping their gums, and they're not really listening to me. So how can I expect them to know what my love language is if they're not even paying attention to just some of the minor things that I'm telling them? And
then when the statement that I just made, I made it from a marriage standpoint, because I haven't been single in a long time. So if you in a relationship, if you just seeing somebody, then that person might not want to hear that from you. It might not need to hear that from you. But I'm saying, from a marriage standpoint, and I get it that we got a relationship where I really don't have to say that's cool, but say it,
right?
Because that man need to. Man, I'm telling you, like that we ego driven.
Mm-hmm.
We ego driven,
right.
and so if you tell us, damn, baby, you sweaty, but you looking mighty good or whatever it is that you say. You looking sick, whatever. That feed us that give us that You know what I'm saying? That give us that. Why you think when you having sex and you say, yeah, and he start going a little bit harder. You understand? We ego driven.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's another word of that's words of affirmation.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
So definitely in the intimacy in the bedroom, you need to be. That's when we
man,
talked last week about talking dirty.
Yeah.
You may have to get them words of affirmation in the bedroom too, ladies.
Yeah.
Let him know he's doing something right.
Because the nigga can feel your body moving a certain way, and he know if he know you, your body could move a certain way, and he know that he there. You know what I'm saying? He know that you there. But hearing it, shit, take it to a whole nother level. And I'm just being, and if you agree, you agree. I'm a man, so I ain't tripping. So
look, TJ say ADD is real. Yes, ADD and ADHD. If you can't sit still enough, sit still long enough, your ass ain't gonna definitely be paying attention,
yeah,
right?
for sure. For sure.
So let's talk about so just me was talking about quality. She said quality time is in person. Yeah, true, most definitely. Because you want that uninterrupted
so would you consider FaceTime? I'm just asking because all this technology stuff you can.
I'm not a fan of FaceTime. Some people are a fan of FaceTime. To me, I feel like it's still a certain level of crumbs that you're settling for, because you still don't get to physically touch that person.
Yeah.
You get to see them on FaceTime and bloop you off. It's just a means to an end to me. I mean, I'm glad that there is, because especially if it's, like you need to see somebody and make sure they're okay.
Right.
But I, as far as a substitution and saying that you're not actually physically in that person's presence and they're getting your undivided attention, because at the same time, like when you're FaceTiming somebody, they're going to still be getting their phone, going to still be going off, and they still may have to jump off FaceTime to go handle something else.
So let me ask you this: do you think that the love languages could make you? Could that make you be like, make the other person feel like you needy?
No, because we're just talking about effective ways of communicating, right? We're just talking about another way of being able to effectively communicate with your mate. It's not saying that's something that you necessarily need, but it's definitely a help. It's helpful, just like, knowing what a person likes to eat.
Yeah.
If you know what, your mate, hey, that they don't like sushi.
Why would you come home with a butt?
Yeah, why would you come home with sushi, knowing that they don't like sushi?
Right.
So it's just another way.
It's getting familiarizing yourself with that person.
Yeah, and then them also familiarizing themselves with themselves.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I think it's definitely a learning experience. Because oftentimes people don't. You'd be surprised how many people don't necessarily know what their love language is.
Trust me, I was one, and I'm 40-something years old. I'm because like I said, it's just living. You know what I'm saying, and just going with the flow. But
TJ say intimacy outside the bedroom improves the intimacy in the bedroom. So get them affirmations and encouragement coming inside. Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. Like I say.
Yep.
Men need to hear that, and I'm if I'm not speaking for you, then but we need to hear that shit for real. Like,
no, I agree.
It's an ego booster for us, and we knowing that you paying attention to us. You know what I'm saying? That's cool.
Yeah, and I think sometimes women, because the fact that we get out there and oftentimes we feel like we working as hard as men, it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily. It's not the same for men, because you guys have more pressure on you, because especially being the head of your household.
So think about it like this here, and it's not to cut you short. So think about it like this here, and this guy said it on one of the social media things, and when he said it, it just resonated and it stuck with me. When I walk out the door, I gotta go be hard at my job. I gotta not take shit. I gotta take shit at the job. Then when I get around my partners, I really can't I gotta be hard around them because we mean, you know what I'm saying? Then if I go and I gotta deal with my baby mama, I gotta deal with her, and it gotta be hard in that situation.
Yeah, deal with your siblings.
And then
family.
Then I go to the store. Somebody look at me wrong. I gotta be hard in that situation. Then when I get home, I gotta come home and I gotta be hard with you.
Yeah.
God damn! Come on now. You feel me?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Oh, I agree 100%.
So a nigga do want to come home, and after all of that, here, man, shoot. Baby, I love you. Look,
make you want to turn around and walk out the door.
You feel me?
Yeah, if you can't come home and
it's just some
that's
peace.
Supposed to it has to be your peace.
Yeah,
it has to be your peace.
Feel me? And it's not like I said. It's the words of affirmation that I'm speaking on. You can take me. You can guide me to some of that peace with some of them words of affirmation.
Right,
man, baby. I know you was out, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Let your man walk in today and tell him, I appreciate you. I love you, and I appreciate everything that you do.
I'm thankful you made it home
you
safe
feel
today.
Me?
Like I'm thankful you made it home. Like
best minute. Gonna hop in the shower, be waiting.
Yeah. I was on my way here. I guess because of the direction I was coming in to get to the studio, I got an alert. One of those emergency alerts on my phone. It scared the hell out of me. And when I looked it up when I got here, they were saying that it was a 18-wheeler that had turned over, and like they literally had closed the front. I had saw the traffic that was on the other freeway like just completely stopped, and it had to do with a bad accident. So when you think about stuff like that, people are dying every day, and so being able to show your mate or tell your mate that you appreciate and just coming home, making it home, safely. And then that also can go both ways too, even with women and stuff. And men also too. Because we get out there and we work hard too, but it's a difference. It's definitely a difference because men do have egos, and as women, we definitely have to be willing to stroke that and be willing to stroke it. If you want them to stroke you.
hey. Sure.
So just me say, I'm speaking of an in-person type of thing, a person that you're dealing with. Like he said, you just watched how people move. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you have to. Yeah, I think I definitely agree that you have to give people an opportunity to show you who they are first. Yeah, because they may be showing you some stuff, and because I think we talked about this before, like not necessarily giving too much information about what it is that you. And I forgot which one of the podcasts we talked about that, not giving too much information about what it is that you want, out of that person in a relationship too soon, because they could just be giving you that just to use that as a manipulation ploy, and you're not really truly seeing who they are for themselves. They're not necessarily being authentic. So
throw that bait out there. Ooh, got them.
Yeah. So I agree with you, just me. Yeah. So maybe not necessarily giving them the 5 love languages test that damn early.
Yeah, that man.
Yeah, because they'll be like, oh, okay, she wears affirmation. Yeah, let me
she like gifts. Let me go ahead and go get some flowers right quick. I ain't never yes I have, but the flowers.
Listen, don't give me no damn
flowers. That's what I say, man. Flowers, man.
And I gonna die. Look, give me something I can use. That I can like tangible. Like if you gonna give me a gift. Give me something I can use, or like, send me to the spa, or, something like that. But don't give me some flowers. I'm gonna sit up there and I gotta feed it some damn water, and I ain't good with none of that. I ain't trying to do all that. That's cute.
Yeah, it's cute for that moment.
For that moment, but now you gonna do that, you better do something else too.
Yeah. But she like that sport. Let me go ahead and let me get her a little 200, get her a little sport thing, because I'm trying to do what I do. Yeah, so that could be the plan, you know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about acts of service, because that's one of the other love languages. So we haven't talked about that. We've talked about quality time.
So what would you consider acts of service?
Man, listen, acts of service to me is anything that I don't have to tell your ass to do.
Ooh.
So like it could be as simple as taking out the trash, putting gas in my car,
Yeah.
going to the grocery store, picking up something, you be on the way home. Hey baby, you need something to eat,
Yeah.
I'm on my way to such and such. You want me to pick you up something on the
Yeah.
way back? It's little things like that. And I'm a little, when I say little things, queen, you ain't gotta make no giant gestures of anything. It's the little things that
See,
count
I'm
for
gonna
me.
tell you something. See, I struggle in that area.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, like I thought about it and I tried to figure it out, and all I could come up with was like when I was younger, my mom didn't leave no list for me. She just told me you responsible for the trash. So I just took it out. I knew the trash day, so I just took it out. I ain't never been one to been like, let me go gas up your car for you. But I'm like, I do it now. You know what I'm saying? But I struggled in that area because I wasn't made to do that. I wasn't taught to do, I just was a freelance. I would just shoot.
But if you're doing it for yourself, so everybody that at some point in time either when they become adults, either go from their house, hopefully live by themselves, and they have to take care of themselves, keep a house,
Now if I'm in the car with you or something, like if we pull up to a gas station and I drove, or I've never let you get out and just like pump your own gas. I'm gonna get out and that's just
right.
But me saying I'm gonna go wash your car every week and I'm gonna come cut your grass. Nah, hell no. Hell nah. Hell nah.
But you saying hell nah, like as if that was one of her 5 love languages, you saying that you
I probably would flunk. I probably would not pass that. I'm being honest with you.
So you wouldn't even make an effort, even if that's what
I
she
would
told
make
you.
It like now, like now. If I got to know you and that's something that you like, I'd be like, I tell you, like I struggle in that area of I just struggle in that area. Shit, I'm just keeping it 100.
Because I got irritated one time. Like somebody was at my house for like a whole weekend, and my trash can had filled up so doggone full.
If you cooking and all that, I'm finna die. Oh, that's a done.
If I cook a big ass meal,
nah, that's a done data.
I'm like thinking, okay, you can get in there, you can go clean up, put some dishes in the dishwasher for me. I don't sit up and cook, or at least you see the trash can full, and then so the lid can't even close.
Nah,
you can at least take. I gotta go, and then and then what makes it even worse, if you see me go and grab the trash, and then all of a sudden you jump up. Let me get that for you.
I guess
you should have been up and got it. You saw.
I guess like this here. Like I got a partner. He gonna get out in his yard like every Saturday. He gonna cut the yard. He gonna wash all the cars. It might be 5 cars. He gonna cut the grass, wash all 5 of the cars. I'm not like that. I'm not like that's too much for me. I'm not finna do all of that. Now I might go out there and cut the grass, and then I probably slide you some money or hey, if you want to run your car through the thing, you can run it through the thing.
That's fine. At least you're thinking about the fact that my car needs washing, and you
ladies, if you're looking for a honeydew man, I promise you, I promise you.
So you're not a handyman.
Don't leave me no list, none of that.
You're not a handyman.
That list will be in the trash. I promise you. I promise you. Do not leave me no list, none of that. But then again, I guess I don't know. It might be something I could work on.
So Danielle said, how many years do you feel that you struggled in that area?
I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling right now.
They've been together for 27 years.
I still struggle. I promise you. Like, cause I'm like, I see shit, right? I come in and scan the room, and then I plan, okay, Saturday I'm gonna do that. So don't leave me no liquor. I already got it planned out. What I'm gonna do.
So do y'all have like who takes the trash out?
Me.
Okay.
My wife ain't finna take out no shit. If I take out, she gonna look at me. Is you crazy?
Okay.
And I know that.
So who does all the cooking?
We both cook because I like to cook. I like to get in the experiment, but she do the main cooking.
So when she cooks, she cleans up too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she clean the house. She do out, and the reason why she do that is because she got a way. My wife got a way of cleaning up. She real specific about everything.
She OCD.
Yeah, so I don't even much get into that.
Right.
I tried to help a couple times, man. We had to go to Facebook because she was talking about the lines in the floor.
Just me said opening the door, rubbing my feet. Yeah, opening the doors is big for me. She said, give me a hug.
Of course,
when
that's
you leave
man.
out
That's
the
manly. That's manly things. Like, and I understand like going to put gas. That's
not a necessary. Yeah,
but
acts of
like
service,
a chore,
yeah.
like a chore, giving me to
chivalry. So open the door and rubbing feet is not necessarily. I wouldn't consider as acts of service.
Yeah,
because acts of service is more of taking something off my plate.
Yeah,
not necessarily. Because you talking about rubbing feet over my feet. That's more of.
I guess to her that might be, but that might be an act of service.
That's a personal touch.
Yeah.
And giving me a hug, that's personal touch.
Yeah.
So acts of service is where it's something that I have to do, and you're actually coming in and volunteering and taking it off away from me from having to do it. And and I'm basically saying, hey, I appreciate you. I had to write, I had to do something for work, and you went and picked up. You went to the post office for me. So that's an act of service. They went. That person did a chore or did something that took something off of your plate.
So let me ask you this. So me being honest with you and saying, if we met, and your love language is acts of service, and I was honest with you when we first met, and I told you, I say, well, look, I understand that's your love language, but I struggle in that area. Would have been a red flag for you?
Not necessarily if you checked all the other boxes.
Because I would have said honesty.
If you're doing everything else or doing other things, I mean, I could live with that.
Yeah,
I could live with that because like I said, at the end of the day, I'm not expecting you to be 100%.
Okay, I got you. Yeah. You can't.
It's not gonna ever be 100%. But if everything else, the dick is good, and I ain't got to worry about you cheating and you coming home, and
and see, like for me coming home, I ain't stayed out till 2:00, and you understand what I'm saying? I'm coming home. I'm going to happy hour. I'm home 9:00, 10:00. You know what I'm saying? I'm and I'm not. It's not because you want it. It's just because of how I am. Right. I know that I'm married. I know. If you stay out, the longer you stay out, the more trouble you can get into. You feel me?
Right. You ain't trying to get into.
You feel me? I'm not trying to do that because I already know you stay out. Boy, shoot. The more drinks you get in, you become a whole different person. Everybody start looking good.
Yeah. So just so you know, it's deeds, chores, running errands, and
Keith
tasks.
Carter say no way. I wonder what he's saying. No way to.
Keith, what you saying? No way to?
Yeah,
I ain't got that much time left. We done hit the hour already.
Yeah.
What you saying? No way to?
Yeah. But
don't be coming on here with incomplete sentences and stuff. Talking about no way.
I agree with you though. I agree with you.
You said going home at 9.
Oh, what
time you go home, Keith? Don't tell me you get home at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Is he married? I'm at Dreams, so yeah.
He's having dreams at that time.
Yeah, so I don't know if he married me. I done done so much that I done so much in my time that being at I know I'm gonna spend a lot of money being at the club.
Keith, you be at Dreams by yourself, or you and your husband be at Dreams?
Keith is that's a guy, right?
Yeah, I know who Keith is.
Yeah. So for me, I know me. The longer I stay out, the more money I'm gonna spend. Cause like I spend bread. You understand? Drinking. I know I'm gonna eat. I know it's So for me,
because the crowd changed after 9, 10 o'clock. The crowd started to change.
Yeah,
you start getting the trouble crowd.
Yeah, I'm 52 years old. I'm ready. I'm going to the high. I ain't tripping. I'm going to the high. You can have it. I might, 11 o'clock. Definitely no later than 11, but 9, 10, I'm headed to the high.
So while we get ready to wrap this up, Keith, he's 37. So yeah,
you ain't
there.
You ain't. I'm 52 years old, baby. 37. I probably was staying out till 4. Man, look, trouble. Shit. Especially at Dream too. Trouble. Could they be there? You know what I'm talking about. See, look, exactly.
So real quick before I jump off, so I actually want to discuss real quick on love languages that have not been met. Number one, sexually unfulfilled, unloved, disconnected from the partner, experiencing loneliness, resentment, and insecurities in a relationship. So, keep that in mind. And it also leads to misunderstandings, conflict, and a breakdown in communication between partners. Individuals, they need to communicate their needs and their preferences. If you haven't taken the test, again, take the test. If you have a partner, take it too. It could be just a fun exercise, and you may learn something more about your significant other. Like I said, I'm real big about researching, relationships and people and stuff. And even though I try to talk as much as I can about sex, we didn't talk as much about sex tonight, but definitely understand that it all ties into intimacy. The better you are in understanding your partner when it comes to the 5 love languages and reciprocating, and even if you're challenged at it, at least if you're having that conversation to let your partner know that you may have a little bit of a challenge fulfilling that. At least you're talking about it, and they know that you're not doing something intentionally,
right?
And that you are trying to make an effort to communicate with them based on their love language. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's show. I want to thank my friend over here for joining us tonight and participating with me. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel on YouTube. I actually hit, I think 80,000 views.
Come on. I already know you're doing this.
I'm 1,000 away from hitting my monetization. I'm so excited. I want to thank you guys for supporting and being with me. This was going on my 3rd month now. So
how you feel? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Look, hurry up and get me monetized so I can start paying for some of this stuff.
Come on.
Because it's a part-time job. Hell, it's a part-time job that I'm investing into. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the communication.
There's one thing that I can say: what you put into it is what you get out of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I'm hoping that you guys are getting something out of it. And like I said, I want to continue to grow the channel and and share if there's any particular topics that you would like for me to discuss. I'm not a relationship pro, but I can discuss relationship topics as well. So, if you guys have anything in particular that you want me to talk about, I'm very, very open to it. If you even want to come on the channel, connect with me, let me know, and I'd be more than happy to get you on. If there's a particular topic you would like to come in and talk about, let me know. I mean,
and so that new thing is you're not a pro, but you're experienced.
Yes.
Because you've got kids, you've been married, you've had sex. So you got the experience.
And I'm very open-minded. Like, I'm open to pretty much everything. So nothing is ever off the table.
For sure.
So definitely reach out to me, and I will see you guys next week. We will be back on at 8:00 on next Wednesday from 8 to 9 Central.
Brand.
So listen, oh goodness.
Brand. Mm-hmm.
So you got me over here navigating my own stuff right now. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Unofficial Sex Therapist. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that you never miss an episode.